All right, let's get back to it. I just want to talk a little bit at the top of the stream because I'm worried about my microphone settings, if they're too low or not. So I'm just going to babble for a few seconds just so I can get a sound check. Blah, 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 blah. Is it too loud? Because I turned the gain on, so it might be a little bit louder than it normally would be. Anyway, Ed, how you doing? Hard at work or hardly working? Nice, public holiday. Doesn't mean you get public holiday money. Double time and a half. Jeez. Surely they got to replace you guys soon with robots. It's too expensive to keep you around. Well, just so you know, I do have a chat bot here on this stream, but we're doing the work of 1,000 chatbots right now. I could also be replaced by AI as well in my job, I'm fairly sure. I don't think you really need me. hopefully in the future, AI will do all of our jobs. And then we won't have to do anything except sit around and draw pictures. It'll be a paradise, a utopia. You is this a chatbot? Are you a chatbot in my chat now, Kev, or is this the real Kev? I'd imagine you'd create a chatbot just to chat with your buddies on their streams. That'd really free up some time for you, I imagine. I think the first two... No, wait, you're not single, are you? The first thing is correct. Because I definitely don't think you're in my area either. Isn't that a quote by Descartes? I am a sexy single, therefore I am. I was going to be am, but then I thought better of it and decided to be I am not. I'm sure you're doing great, Kev. Hope you and your doggy are better now. I'm sure you have a whole bunch of PTSD. But other than that, I hope you're doing great. And their earbuds. I'm really putting off drawing the lake and the trees down here. Let's just get into it. Just jump in. Well, let's do that now. Let's live in the moment right now together. Unless you're watching this stream on your phone. Then that doesn't work. Am I not living in the moment if I'm drinking a cup of coffee? I can't have a cup of coffee now? I gotta be in the moment? Alright, Ed's in the moment. Ed is the moment. Ed has become omnipotent. Ed is a part of the zeitgeist. Every few years, his contribution to society is put into a viral video compilation and redistributed. Your viral cat video, Ed, it'll outlive you. Long after you're dead. People are going to be sharing that video. Is that crazy to think about? You know that John Lineman or John, I don't know how to say his name, John Lineman from Digital Foundry? You're a state. You're a state. John Lineman has a photo of his computer setup from the 90s that keeps on going viral every few years. So it's a photo that he took, I guess, 30 years ago, and it keeps on getting reposted as like a classic 90s computer setup. That must be surreal just for him to see this image that he took 25-30 years ago just constantly popping up in the mainstream discourse. It's the same with your cat video. It's never, unless the world ends, of course, but it's never really going to go away, I don't think. You made your mark on history, or on the world, Ed. Yeah, just like in AI, that movie AI, thousands of years into the future, aliens will be doing an archaeological dig, and they'll find the servers where that compilation will. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Like that John Lineman guy, I'm sure he's not getting any royalties from that photo, that viral photo. At least you're getting some royalties. Something kind of relaxing about drawing this picture. It was kind of low stakes in a way. I don't know why. What do you think of my mic volume, Kev? Think it's too loud? I turned on the gain to make myself a bit louder, but I don't want it to be too loud. Is it a mushroom cloud? No, it's a cloud. It's not an avalanche, it's just a cloud. It's a mountain with a cloudy sky. And a picture of Nicolas Cage on top of it. It's actually a picture by Ansel Adams, a famous nature photographer. Yes. The answer to that question is yes. Yeah, the original image is kind of tough. I wonder if I can add it. I have it here somewhere. Yeah, I just have a lot of images in my raw raw folder, so it's in here somewhere, but I don't know where exactly. But the original image is very abstract. I think I used it in one of my intros though. Ah, here it is. I think that I think it's a photocopy, obviously, and I don't know why the values are off a bit. I don't know why his skin is so dark. But that's the image I had from the internet. I don't know if he's doing a Justin Trudeau or anything, but I think it's just the way the image has been manipulated. I think it looks kind of photocopied. So I'm not sure if it's something to do with the photocopy or something, but all right, come on, let's make some progress. I like drawing tiny trees. They're neat. little tiny islands. Doing this water effect is going to be next to impossible. Let's not worry about it too much for now. Yada yada yada. Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that. Somebody mentioned Office Space in a tweet recently about late 90s movies. Disaffected white men losing their minds and going crazy, and Office Space was mentioned as well as Fight Club and a couple other movies. I never found her attractive in Friends. I think she's gotten better looking as she's gotten older, actually. Because now I think she's like, 50s or whatever, and she's doing alright for herself. She's doing pretty good. It's okay. So is that a 6.5 or a 6? Because 6.5 is quite a high score, I think. Is that your choice next week, Ed, for movie night? Oh dear. You tripped at the post, Ed. Yeah, it's your choice, so... Got any ideas? Got any good ideas? I haven't choosed yet. Don't you have a master's, Ed? I see. Because I don't know if Google Docs would let me get away with that kind of word usage. Whenever I try and be creative with my word usage, Google Docs tries to correct me. Really inhibits my creativity. I was talking to... Google Docs is the problem. I was talking to one of my workmates, and what do you know it? But he also writes books for Kindle. Self-publishes on Kindle. It seems like everybody who I work with is some sort of washed up, failed creative type. He's writing a sci-fi book series, and he's published one book and working on the second, I think. But he's yeah, you know, I picked his brain, but I did it in a really non-obvious way, just very subtle picking. You would have been proud. But yeah, his first book was around 150,000 words, and I told him I'm just trying to get to 70,000. And he was like, yeah, that's not really a book, that's more of a novella. And I felt very emasculated. What did you tell me about picking people's brains? I should be pickier. Huh? Man, if I could get to 70,000 words, I'd be happy, man. 150,000, Jesus Christ. Novellas are still books. I was telling him, I punched him right in the dick. Fuck you. I was talking to him about my idea about instead of you know, writing a book, just writing short stories and publishing that. Oh, is that where your elitism lies, eh? And he said that that there is a word limit or something, or like a word minimum in order to publish. So maybe just pumping out short stories and putting them on Kindle isn't viable unless you put them into a collection, maybe. But I don't know. Then you might as well just write a book, right? Sure it did, Kev. Sure it did. The Sioko Feifei. Sioko Feifei moment. Collections of short stories are a thing, yeah, for sure. But my thought was just quantity over quality. Just write a whole bunch of short stories and just keep publishing them and trying to generate money that way. But it seems like if there's a word limit to what you can publish, then yeah, you'd have to do a collection of short stories, which means it's going to be a book length anyway, so it'll still take time before you can publish, you know what I mean? I think that was my main idea, is this, because this process is taking so long. It depends on what the limit is, yeah. Because I'm fairly sure people have been cheesing the Kindle thing, just slapping together books with lots of pages. You know what I mean? Just have like a premise, like 10 ways to do good at business thing, 9 ways to make killer money, whatever. Write a couple hundred words, slap some pictures on it, and upload it to Kindle to generate clicks. And of course, people have been using AI as well, of course, in order to have quantity rather than quality, as I said. And of course, I don't want to do that, but there might be a version of that you could do, where you're just making up short stories and try your best to publish as often as you can. But I know I'm going to get finished with this scheme, and quick. I wonder what that's a reference of. I wonder what television show that is referencing. I could not possibly imagine. my main criteria for Kindle is to make more than $2 a month. That's my goal. If I could make more than $2 a month, I think that I'll be doing pretty good. And we talked a bit about like editing and stuff like that, because you can hire editors to do to look at your work and stuff like that. But I think my idea is just like to have spend as little as possible as in order to increase how much money I can make. So even if I make a cover, for example, just using AI or something like that to generate a cover and not worry too much about editing and just see how far I can get, see how much money that makes. I don't imagine it would make very much money, but pretty curious to test it. And you know, I have so much free time. Yeah, you know, it's I have a lot of free time, so I don't want to just like be sitting around doing nothing with my free time at work. So I can't draw at work, unfortunately. Well, it's deliberately designed to attack you personally. But you know, in order to motivate you. I'm attacking you with love, Ed. You need to get that thing drained. Yeah, what's the difference between jealousy and envy? It is pretty ironic that you can't remember. Is it ironic because it would actually be a useful contribution, unlike half the stuff you babble on about? Yeah, I remember when Millhouse said that. That was funny. Was that season 8? You got mad chat skills, Kev. You're my best moderator. Don't tell my other moderators I said that. Do you have just like a big book of Simpsons quotes next to you? Because if not, that's what you're getting for Christmas. Yeah. Kev, do you know I used to date a girl who used to only speak in quotes? Talking to you was like talking to my ex-girlfriend. If you were my ex-girlfriend, does that mean you're now my girlfriend again? We got back together? Unfortunately, the talking wasn't the best bit. What was the best bit, Ed? The amazing sex. Yeah, the saying that the quote generator wasn't the best part. The speaking wasn't the best part. Which is, I'm fairly sure she's abandoned that project, but she's very sensitive about her art. Who isn't though? I get very defensive when people criticize my art, my wonderful art. Did she also watch The Simpsons? Yeah, she quoted The Simpsons. That was a part of her repertoire. But just any kind of quote she would use. Yeah, I saw that I saw some photos on Instagram. She was in Seychelles or something. Can I get her number? Sure. Did Twitch censor your swear word? Did you say a swear word and Twitch censored it? You got censored? What? What did he say? We'll never know. But yeah, she doesn't look like she's aged at all. She's got to be like, you know, early 40s now. But she doesn't look it. My typo turned out to be a racist slur. I hate it when that happens. Typo. Tell that to the social justice warriors. They're going to drag you into censorship jail. You're going into free speech jail, Ed. For your crimes against humanity. All right, so what do you think? Is it starting to look a little bit more like a landscape? It looks like just a bunch of grey blobs and smudges. But you know, you kind of... It's not an avalanche! You can kind of tell, like, these are trees, right? The tree and little mountains. This is definitely looking mountainy here. I think this looks okay. But mainly this part here, you know, water, some little islands, some trees. You can see it? Look at how blown out that is. Alright, it adjusted itself a bit. Yeah, this is going to take a while. This could be a 10-parter. Making great progress. All right. Well, I think that one of the big issues I've had with this drawing is that I can't, is with legibility, of course. I can't believe how quickly it's spitting along. I'm sure that is sarcasm, which is fine. We like sarcasm on this channel. But yeah, the issue with this image is legibility. Can I get it? I probably can't get it to look exactly the same as the source image, but can I make it stand on its own, you know? It's going to be an image that'll be interesting to sort of look at by itself. That will be the challenge, because yeah, like I said, it could descend easily into just a bunch of grey blobs and smears and whatnot. That's very zen of you, Ed. Creation, destruction, creation, destruction. Yeah, but these clouds are gonna be tough to do. Just that in itself is gonna take forever. I don't have to be too accurate with the clouds, of course, but even still. All right, well, that's mainly what I wanted to get done today. Just figuring out what's happening down below here. And we've sort of got the base of everything down, I think, now. So it'll just be a question of darkening those values and finding the right tone for each value. Now, I think, pretty much. There might be, I might have some trouble getting detail into the mountains and into the clouds, but other than that, you know, I think we're on a good path, a good session today. Thanks for keeping me company. I'm going to go off and do some other houseworky stuff, but I'll catch you guys next time, all right? Be good. Now my Nightbot works. Okay. All right, see ya.